I think I barely had like 5,000 followers at the time, so don't get caught up in the numbers. If the people like you, they like you.
Period.
Being likable will take you farther than the numbers. The numbers do count, but they're not everything. I promise you that.
We have a very, very, very special guest joining us. Somebody I go way back with, and I'm so excited to reconnect with. Y'all might know him on social media as TyreakToldYou because he really be telling you, okay? He really be telling us. I'm so excited to have Tyreak join us on Elevators Podcast today. You are the first male guest to be on our show, so welcome.
Welcome, Tyreak.
Little dose of misogyny. I'm happy to be here.
That's right. Listen, me and Crystal have been talking about wanting to get a male guest to join us on the podcast. She mentioned you, and like literally she was like, we don't go way back at BET. And I'm like, you know what? That's so crazy because I don't remember us like probably working together closely, but I'm like, that is so dope because it's like a reunion moment for all of us. Like, I love that.
It is. We always talk on the podcast about how Amanda and I worked together at BET and like how we, met and just really saw each other grow. And, watching your growth on social media has been just so beautiful and amazing to see. And as well as like how authentic you are. Like when I ran into your videos, I'm like, I instantly know, I'm like, oh, I know Ty. And then just because you're so authentic and through, like who you are on social media is really who you are, and what you say really be coming out your mouth. So very excited to have you and very excited to see your growth. Like you've been killing it.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on the show. For the people who do not know, who are not aware of who Tyreak is, how would you describe yourself for our guests who are listening to the podcast?
Well, in my TikTok bio, it just says, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I'm just a person with opinions and, I grew a platform sharing those opinions. So that's pretty much it. I'm from Brooklyn. And I make videos. Take with that what you will.
Right. That's right. Brooklyn, stand up. Where's everybody from New York that is listening to the podcast? Make sure you guys tap in on the comments. Ty, like, when was like your first video, or when did you know that you first wanted to like get into this social media space? Like, what was that? When was the first TyreakToldYou moment for you?
All right, so there's a long version of this story and there's a short version. Which one do y'all want?
Version.
We want the long one.
All right. So, like, for years, since maybe my senior year in college, all my friends had been telling me, oh, Tyreak, you should start a podcast. And this was like the early days of podcasting before like the video components, when it was like literally just audio. And I was like, I ain't take it too seriously. When I tell you, like, people have been telling me this for a dead ass 10 years straight. So now let's fast forward to about 2023. I went to my school's homecoming, shout outs to Hampton University, and I was just with some old friends, and the podcast conversation came up again, and I said, you know what? I would like to, but I don't really have an established social media presence, so I would like have to build that up first, and then launch the podcast. And then my friend Jasmine said, well, Tyreak, just post on TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok. Now, at this time, I was like super anti-TikTok. Like, I'm not getting on that Chinese app. I'm doing with TikTok. But I got on the Chinese app, and I would like post here and there or whatever. And I remember the first time I went viral on TikTok, it was in either June or July. But I was leaving work, and I'm just waiting in the train station, and it was hot as hell down there. I don't know what came over me, but I just put out that phone and I said, oh my God, it's so hot down here. You could bake a ham in this train station. I posted a video, didn't think about it. Open the app like maybe 5 hours later, and it's just like all these numbers and comments and likes. Like, I'm not used to all that. I was like, okay, maybe I can do something with this. So then for 2024, I set a New Year's resolution. I said, I'm going to post consistently on TikTok. And I gave myself like a goal of reaching 10,000 followers by March. I think at the time it was like barely over 1,000. I hit 10,000 followers in 3 weeks.
Period.
By the time I got to March, I was like at 50,000.
Wow.
And I said, well, maybe I should post on Instagram too. So I started posting on Instagram. That blew up pretty much overnight. Got my first brand deal through Instagram. Shout out to Cardi B. It was like a Whip Shots brand deal. They were like, yes, like, what's your rates? I'm texting my friends like, yo, they want to pay me. Like, I don't have rates. What's my rate?
Well, what was your rate? Because I know it's not your rate anymore. What was your rate when you first started?
I told them 500. I panicked. I should have said more. But, we all start somewhere.
This is true.
You can't get a handshake out of me for $500 now. But, hey, I was grateful for it. Lesson learned. And
Yeah.
now here we are.
That's
I love
such an
that for
amazing
you.
journey.
Definitely start your own podcast. You have so many people who love to hear like what you have to say and your perspective on things. And like I think you've definitely built your social media following enough for people to translate into a podcast for sure. So make
Yeah.
sure y'all keep a lookout for Tyreek's podcast coming soon at some point.
Yes, we're claiming that on the podcast here. And
Yeah.
also, you said something I feel like would really resonate with people because I've been trying to do better at that myself. Post your content because you don't know how well it's going to do, y'all. Like, literally, like, I hear that so many times from creators that you just don't know what's going to happen when you go viral. So you're literally like betting on a lottery ticket. So just post it because that's amazing to hear you grow from those numbers, like in such a short period of time. That's really good.
Also, another thing with that whip shot still on Instagram, I think I barely had like 5,000 followers at the time. So don't get caught up in the numbers. If the people like you, they like you.
Period.
Being likable will take you farther than the numbers. The numbers do count, but they're not everything. I promise you that.
Period. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I
Mm-hmm.
think this is perfect because Tyreek, you are here. You like to give your opinions on just different hot topics, and we love to open up our show with unfiltered moments of just the week and just different things going on. And I know Crystal and I have been talking about just things that have been happening in the news cycle. So let's just jump right into it.
Yes,
Okay.
there's so much happening in pop culture, and I know you got your finger on the pulse, Ty. So we were seeing this week so many things happen, like Sweetie, the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which was gorgeous. I would love to see you hosting a red carpet, by the way, at like a Victoria's Secret fashion show and like just talking to the girls. I'm
I
gonna put
would
that
love
in
to
the air
see
for
that
you.
too. Go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
manifest that.
That's
Yes.
right.
And then what was the other hot topic that was happening this week, Amanda, that we were thinking about?
Oof, it's so much. Debbie Allen got a Barbie, which I think is incredible. Such a legend.
Oh.
Like that's incredible. So many things happened. We unfortunately lost D'Angelo this past week to cancer, which was huge. I know it rocked so many people, especially if you are a neo soul R&B person. That was something that was going on this week. So it's just been a lot going on. Just a lot going on
For
this week.
sure.
So wait,
But
what's
let's
going on
start
with
with
Sweetie? Yeah, let's
I was about to say, let's start with the hottest topic. What's going on with Sweetie? Tell us, Ty, because I know you know.
Yeah, so there's this woman named Maybach May, and apparently Saweetie owes her some money. Now, according to Maybach May, Saweetie is a high-end escort, and Maybach, should I call her Maybach or should I call her May? I don't know. But, her role is connecting these, like, celebrity women with high net worth men, be it investment bankers, athletes, celebrities, stuff like that. And Saweetie was one of her clients. Maybach May said she was flying Saweetie out to London, Dubai, Lagos, just everywhere, meeting all these rich men. And I guess Saweetie didn't give her her fee because she's allegedly dating this soccer player or football player for the Europeans. He makes like $13 million a year. So, she secured the bag and didn't share the bag with Maybach. So now she's crashing out. My only concern is if Saweetie does sue her, she's going to have to like go to court and admit to being a madam and possibly a human trafficker. You can't be flying women out across the country to different countries, across borders to meet men. Like that doesn't sound right. So maybe she didn't think this all the way through. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Wait,
Oh my
Sweetie
gosh.
didn't think this all the way through, or the madam?
Maybach May, because she's the one who exposed it. Saweetie's been quiet up until yesterday.
But wouldn't they both get in trouble? Like, because doesn't everything come out? So, like, if you were, I mean, that's what Diddy just got in trouble for, right? Like, flying people back and forth.
Yeah.
Or,
But
like,
I think the
prostitution
trafficker
across
gets
state
in more
lines.
trouble.
Yeah, she's
than the
openly saying
trafficking.
she's a human trafficker. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of silly. And by the way, you know who was real? You know what?
What? Wait, talk about it. What happened?
No, it just clicked to me that like Sweetie used to be around Diddy a lot because she dated his son.
Which son
A
did
lot,
she
but
date?
you know what? A lot of
Justin.
people, yeah, but a lot of people have been quiet in that situation because honestly, love Lori, but
So
Lori been
quiet.
quiet too. But Lori really doesn't
Lori
speak.
Harvey.
Yeah, Lori dated Diddy for a second too.
Did she
I'm
really?
gonna
I
be
thought that was
honest,
so
y'all.
cap.
Lori, Joy, all of them. Yes.
I
yes.
think like a lot of these entertainers, both male and female, dabble in a little sex work here and there. That I've always felt that way, and I'm not judging them, but the music ain't selling. You haven't had a movie in how many years? Like, where's the money coming from?
Let me tell you
Listen,
something.
and I haven't heard. I mean, Sweetie had a song come out recently. Was it Rich Tivities? I don't even know how long that came out. Maybe it's not a new song, but I haven't really been hearing about her. She's been really quiet, so I'm just like, what has she really been going over there doing that? What's
I mean,
been
let me
going
tell you
on?
something. Her team at one point was killing it with her brand deals, like the McDonald's meal. Like they were really on it. Like I don't know what happened in terms of like her partnerships, but I agree very much. Like when the music slows down, especially as an artist, like they don't make as much money as a lot of people think they are. And I also think that people don't realize how common sex work is. Even in a day to day, like with people talking about, oh, like, you know, they're dealing with this guy, that guy, they're buying them this purse, that purse. That's sex work.
Yeah.
It
But
really
people don't
is.
want to label it as that. But yeah, I agree. And you know what's crazy? I love Sweetie, so I hate this for her. Like I really think this is not the type of press and publicity that she needs right now. So this is crazy.
Do you guys believe the rumor?
I always want to say I believe. Like I don't know. Because here's the thing: it's another woman coming out and saying this about Sweetie, but it's like I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? I don't know.
Ooh,
Well,
child,
Saweetie
this is
denied it.
unfiltered for real.
Yeah. Like that's a really serious claim, and Saweetie has publicly denied it. So I'm a side with
I
her
mean,
until we get some more information. But you know,
Yeah,
I don't put it past nobody
that
I
part.
don't put
at
nothing
all.
past nobody.
Yeah,
That part. That part. Like I'm gonna
and
take
if
your
it's
word for
working,
it
then by
until
all
we get
means, keep doing it, girl. I'm not paying your bills, so shoot.
that part.
I
Listen,
mean,
like
to
you
each his own.
said,
I think anything is possible for real, for real.
yeah, and Ty, like you said, we're gonna believe her until anything else comes out and says otherwise. But look, you never know these days. Listen, times
I
are
will say
hard.
that girl is really mad about some sort of money.
Hey,
Like
how much money
maybe
did she say? How much did she say
I
Sweetie
don't
owes her?
know. I don't know. She's like a matchmaker. It's always in quotes. You know, we always find fancy words for pimp. But she's a matchmaker, and I guess she matched Saweetie with this soccer player, and she didn't get her fee. I don't know what the fee was. I don't know if Saweetie was supposed to pay it. Maybe the guy was supposed to pay
I
it. I
think
don't
the
know.
guy was supposed to pay it, and
Mm,
him and Sweetie ran off together, and the girl was like, "Oh, yeah, I think y'all gonna X me out of this, and y'all not gonna give me my money? Absolutely not." And
mm.
I think that's what spiraled the whole like crazy conversation.
Dang, the dating pool is so bad over here that we gotta go to Europe. Is crazy.
That's crazy. And no shade, no tea, but for 13 million, that's not all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know money, that's not. You flying to Europe for 13 M's? Absolutely not. You could find that in Los Angeles. Like what? I
She
don't know.
really could. But the rumor is
Really?
that she done already been, around the block in the state. She's exhausted all her
Oh,
resources. Allegedly. Allegedly. So that's why you gotta go to different
allegedly.
countries.
Ooh,
Oh my
got it.
goodness. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Oof.
Mm-mm.
All
Well, on a
right.
lighter note, the Victoria's Secret fashion show was gorgeous, which is
Yes.
crazy because if you were paying attention, what was it like last year or the year before that? Victoria's Secret had this whole like documentary come out about them, how they were basically like marketing to really young girls, and it was like a weird crossover between like Jeffrey Epstein.
Hmm.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, and I think I
Think I
remember
do.
reading stuff about like just the extreme things that they had to do as far as like eating and workouts and to
Mm-hmm.
just prep and get ready for being on the runway. But what I
Yeah.
will say is I remember Crystal, I remember that story coming out. I love that this year it's like a completely different Victoria's Secret fashion show. I feel like there was so
Oh, for
much
sure.
like minority and diversity. There was so many black girls and just like multicultural like representation on the runway. Love that. Love seeing Angel Reese. Love seeing the girls with the curves. Like I loved seeing all of that represented. Like, cause that's what women really look like. Like I want to see somebody on the runway that looks like me when I take my clothes off.
Yeah, the girls ate, but Victoria's Secret also did a really good job of making us forget that documentary involved them in some sort of way. Like that shit went out the window when this event happened. We were all like, "Oh my god, these girls look amazing. This is beautiful." Completely forgetting that they were in a hot mess a couple years ago.
That's crazy. I
Not
gotta go
just a
back and
couple
watch
years
that.
ago. Victoria's Secret like had a rough, I'd say 5, 6, 7 years because I remember they got like some pushback around 2017, 2018 about the lack of diversity, the lack of different body
Mm-hmm.
types. They ignored it. And then Rihanna started doing her Fenty fashion shows, which completely blew Victoria's Secret out of the water. And they
Yep.
were
Mhm.
clicking down for a long time. And I'm happy to see them finally getting it together. Like it's not the 90s anymore. Things are different now. You got to adjust to the time. So I
I
feel like
agree.
this is
And you
like a
know what?
good step in the right direction.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I think Crystal and I have mentioned this before on the show. Like, I love when I see brands get with the times. Like, you can't be marketing us the same way you were marketing us back in the day. I haven't worn pink since high school. Like, you have to get with the girls as we're growing and elevating throughout our lives. Like, we're not wearing the same styles and designs. So, like, I think when Rihanna came in the fold with Fenty and Savage X Fenty, like, literally changed the game. And I think brands just started trying to catch up after the fact. So yeah, I agree with that 5 to 7 mark, because Victoria's Secret has definitely probably been struggling for a while.
Yeah. Like the boosters don't even steal from the pink store anymore. Nobody wants that.
Listen, we don't be going in there like that. Every time I walk past Victoria's Secret, it is empty. Semi-annual sale, yes. Outside of that,
keyword,
no.
walk past. Walk past.
She doesn't stop. She just keeps going.
Right, keeps going. I'm on my Savage, okay? Rihanna came through and blew them out the water, and I might stick beside her.
Hey, why not?
Because you know what? You know what it is for me about brands? It's that I could never tell. It takes some time to really see if their diversity efforts are authentic and not just marketing. Especially coming out like after COVID and George Floyd, we've seen a lot of brands talking about this pledge, that pledge, 20%, 50%, having more people of color and dedicating all this time. And then a year later, once COVID, went away and people stopped paying attention to things like that, like important things, real things, the brands were like, okay, nobody's looking anymore. And this feels like one of those things to me. I feel like every time a brand wants to distract us from something that they were in hot water about, they just like diversity, inclusion, and then we forget that whatever they did even existed.
Yeah. And it works every time too.
It works every time.
Yeah.
We might have we might have to do some self-reflection about that. Like, why do we keep letting these brands play with us?
Well, I know one brand that hasn't played in a while, Target.
Oh, yeah.
They're
which
quiet.
is crazy. I think people really realize how much they don't need Target, and that small like window of opportunity has really closed for them. I think they're done. That's just my opinion.
I think that honestly, that Target situation really showed that our dollars matter. Like, these brands feel it. Like, they are hurt when we don't want to spend money. And when I say me, I'm talking about Black and brown people. Like, when we stop spending money places, they feel it for sure. They feel it. Listen, I think we can shift gears for a second, because I want to talk about this Barbie Mattel collab that they just gave our girl Debbie Allen. She became a Barbie at 75 years old. And if you know Debbie Allen, you know that she has her dance academy, and also she is a Golden Globe winner from her series in Fame, from her role in Fame. And I just think this is incredible that she's now getting honored for being a Barbie and just getting her flowers while she's still here to smell it. So I love Debbie Allen. So I just love her and Felicia Rashad. Like, they are like literally my faves, legends in the game for sure. What do you guys think about the Barbie?
Barbie is one of the most like beautiful ways to honor women in general, like a Barbie collab, because it's really a collectible. I have Barbies from when I was like in the first grade. Like, that's something we keep. So I think that's beautiful, and I agree with you. Like, let's continue to give people their flowers while they can smell them. Let's not wait until they pass and then we're like, oh my God, she was my fave. Like, no, let's tell them now. Let's show them now. So I love a good Barbie collab.
How would you want to be commemorated? Like, would you want a Barbie doll, like your own cocktail, your own hot sauce? How would we remember Crystal and Amanda?
That's a great question. Oh, I like that. You putting us in a hot seat. Let me see. Okay. You know what? I love when people have days. Like, I love like national holidays, or like when like people get keys to their city. Like, I love like those type of like commemorative things, because I feel like it's like bigger than you in that sense, especially like when somebody gets like keys to like where they're from, or like just that city like recognizes them for like all of their hard work. I think that's like really dope. And also like just getting just different recognitions in life. But I think that's like dope to have like your own day, like your own national day.
That would be fun. I mean, I think for me, maybe like a coffee or something that, the little addictive but gives you energy, something that you look forward to every morning, like a real good coffee recipe that everybody just like goes to.
And you're definitely a coffee. Yeah, that's a good one. And you're a coffee girl.
I am. How about you, Ty?
I was going to do a coffee. Like, my coffee order is an iced vanilla red eye with oat milk. So, like, that extra espresso shot, like, to add that supercharge for you. Call it the
Ooh.
Tyreek Told You.
Oh, yes, I love that. No, we here for sure. That's a good question though.
That's a really good
Um,
question. Look, y'all picking food items. I'm like, let me think. Let me think what I
no,
would
a
pick.
National Day is dope too. Like it's Amanda
Yeah.
Day. That's
The
cute. I
thing is,
love
like, if
that.
I got a day though, it has to be a federally recognized holiday. Like, you don't go to work on that day. Don't give me some BS Twitter holiday.
That part.
Like, no, I want a real holiday.
I'm
Everybody
Put me
got
screaming.
to
in a
be off.
museum or something.
Is there any other pop culture news though that I mean, I feel like pop culture is like every 3 hours is something new that we could talk about. Is there anything that we're missing that may have came up between last night and this morning? What y'all think?
Oof.
I know Tasha K and Ra Ali are beefing right now.
What?
Yeah. I don't think Nicki Minaj is friends with Ra Ali anymore, but she's still cool with Tasha K. Um, Nicki accused her ex-stylist DeAndre Tristan of stealing her American Express card and like buying stuff with it. Tasha K reported the story. Tristan sent her a cease and desist. She did the story anyway. You know, she doesn't mind playing in court no matter how much she loses. So yeah.
It's
That's
It's
messy.
like
crazy.
in the Nicki Minaj web of mess, if you will. And I like Nicki, so it's no
Honestly,
shade to her. But you know.
I was gonna ask you, Ty, are you team Nicki or team Cardi? Because that's a New York, I feel like, ongoing
I'm
debate with the
Team
girls.
Tyreek. I think they both got their own issues. So I'm gonna stay out of that. But you
That's
know, I like
fair.
watching the drama from afar. I'm not in it though.
That's fair.
yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think Cardi is the drama, like she says she is.
Mhm.
Because how did all of this spiral from Cardi dropping her album? That's crazy.
I just think she
Yeah,
should
and then
appreciate
like
the.
as far as the album goes, she didn't even mention Nicki Minaj in the album. She came for Bia, JT. I think Ice Spice caught a little jab in there too. But you know, Nicki, she don't need much of a reason. She just jumped out the window and did what she had to do. Now we
Not
talking
once in
about
the.
people's kids and
Yeah,
people's
it's messy.
husbands and yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely lines crossed that I was like very surprised about coming from everybody, like all
Yeah.
parties. It was kind of wild.
Yeah.
Oof. Anyway, that's this been drama, but child.
Oh,
Anyways,
Nikki's
Ty,
also at risk of losing her mansion in Hidden Hills.
really?
Yes. So
I
a few
did see
years
that.
ago, her husband assaulted a security guard, broke his jaw, and all this. He sued them for like $500,000, and they never paid. So now I think the state of California like put in some type of order where they may have to use her house as leverage. So now she's at risk of losing the home.
Yikes, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
See,
that's
when you're a
unfortunate.
celebrity, you gotta know that people are gonna bait you to do that sort of stuff. Like,
Hmm.
and the real root of everything around it is like coming for your money. Like, you
Yep.
just
Mm,
gotta know better. But that's what happens
that's
when
crazy.
you take people out the hood, but they got the hood in them still. They can't let it go. A lot of times people be of the hood instead of from the hood.
Child, I done heard so much stuff
Yeah.
about Kenny and that relationship with Nikki. I won't say too much, but child, I done heard a few things from several sources, so everybody's not lying. But it ain't
Oh
all
my
Oof.
peaches and
god.
cream over there.
Mm-mm. I
Yikes.
would hate to be a celebrity and everybody's like, just all up in it, because that's crazy. Like, especially something so personal, like losing that. That's.
That's honestly like the worst part of fame. Like, I just want the money. I don't want people in my business. Like,
Yes.
just every single thing you do is like scrutinized under a microscope. Like, leave me alone, bitch. Like, that's why my goal is like, I want y'all to have the lowest expectations of me possible so that way I can't disappoint anybody. Don't put me on that pedestal because I don't deserve it. Okay, just
I
treat me like the
cannot
worst person
stand
you
you.
know.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you. Ain't no
said, think of the worst
controversies
person,
over
put me
here.
right next to them.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm
No surprises for me.
screaming.
Listen,
No,
I'm
I
with you on
feel
that.
you.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
want
you.
want to make the money, but not have to have any type of like controversy surrounding it. Let me just go be quiet in my little mansion off on the side where you guys don't know anything going on with me, and I'm good. I need the peace.
Right.
I feel like you can never pay for enough peace. Like, yeah.
No,
Exactly.
but also the way you're doing it, Ty, I think is just so dope because to your point, like you're like, what you see is what you get, what you heard is what you heard, and I think that is also very similar to like Cardi B sentiments where it's like no matter what she does, nobody's like clutching their pearls at her because
Hmm.
she's risen through her fame from that, which is very similar to like you and your social platform and your growth. And I just think that's so beautiful because the authenticity in that, like to your point, you can never be disappointed, a brand could never be mad that you said something because duh, what did you expect them to say? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and that's just so dope to like not have those guardrails when you're posting on social media. I think me and Amanda struggle with that all the time because we're like, I mean, even when we're talking about Sweetie, like, no shade, no tea, but like, it's like, oh, you can't really say you're real. For me, at least, personally, I'm like, try light, try
Mhm.
light, girl, try light, you know?
Yeah.
But I really admire like people who are able to just say what's on their mind because, you know, like there's just so much authenticity there, and like so many people could resonate with what you're thinking. It really be like you was thinking it, but I mean, we were thinking it, but you said it, you know?
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think this is also perfect, Ty, because like I was looking at your page and seeing your content, and I just love like your POV on just hot topics and just in general, just different things that you mentioned on your page. And it made me think about talking about storytelling as it relates to being a content creator, because in order for people to like really want to know what you got to say, you got to be engaging. So when it comes to like you picking what you want to talk about and storytelling, what do you feel like is like your secret sauce when you're like trying to, you know, get your point across, or to get your Ty told you opinion across to like anybody that's like receiving your content?
I love that you asked that because had like a little epiphany. I'm slowly realizing that people are going to listen to me talk regardless of like what the topic is. So again, when I first started posting, I read somewhere and it said if you want to grow on TikTok specifically, you have to post every day, 3 to 4 times a day. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a lot. What am I going to talk about 3 to 4 times a day? Then it hit me like, Tyreek, just freaking talk. They like you for you. So, it's really like if it's just on my spirit to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. There is no secret sauce. Like I've been doing anime content lately. When I first started, I was not going to be doing that. I didn't want to show that much of my personality. But I was on Twitter and I saw like an interesting anime post and I just brought it to TikTok. It went viral overnight. Crunchyroll, which is like this huge anime publication in North America, they did like a feature piece on me. And now like I have people saying, "Oh, I follow you because like I like your Pokemon opinions. I like your Naruto stuff, your Dragon Ball Z stuff." Like that's crazy because
Oh
that
my
was
god, I
not
love
my
that.
Wow.
I just did it. Like so if it's on you to say it, just say it. That's the secret sauce. If it's in your brain, say it out loud.
Ty, you're
Like I might
diversifying these checks. Listen, anime money is different too now. You diversifying. I love that.
I want a piece of everybody's money. So like that's what you need to do.
Period.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
used to like do
Amanda, do
like
you
a
want to
sneaker of the day that I stopped. People keep telling me bring back the sneaker content. So like just be you and don't
Mhm.
Yeah.
ignore any elements of your personality. Like all of that makes you you. So just tap into all of it.
Wait, Ty, you said sneakers. Are you a sneakerhead?
Hmm.
Hey,
If I
honey, we
Oh
show
from
y'all
my.
New
my
York. Yes,
freaking, I
sir.
got two
Wait a
closets
minute.
full of
Okay.
sneakers. Like
This is my group. This is my people. This is my tribe. I love this. I'm like a former sneakerhead, and I just love people who are into sneakers. Like that's. What's your favorite sneaker? If you had to pick one sneaker to wear for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh,
the
he's pulling it
shattered
out.
backboard Air Jordan 1.
Period.
I wanted
That's a good
these
one.
since 2016, 2015, but like I couldn't get my hands on them. The price kept going up and up and up and up and up. Then I finally bought them like maybe a few months ago, and then Nike just re-released them. But this is like the original pair. I didn't get the re-release, but that's like my crown jewel of sneakers. But yeah,
Crystal, what about you? What would you say?
I recently got the Travis Scott yellow and blue ones, and I love those. But if I had to pick like a favorite sneaker, I think it's the off-white fours. Oh my
which
god, they're
ones?
so beautiful. The cream ones.
Those are
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Beautiful. They're just sitting on a shelf though. I really need to wear them more. There's like those are like a sneaker for me that I love to look at, but I
Hmm.
don't like wear often. But that's one of my favorite. Or any sort of like Jordan ones. I feel like growing up in
Yes.
New York, you really didn't have an option. You had to either get fly or get bullied. So
Mm.
Yeah.
of course we like sneakers. And have a
Mm-hmm.
choice.
I
I
feel
love
like
that.
bullying has a really bad stigma. Like, yeah, it's not all good, but it's not all bad either. I do think that there is productive bullying because you can't talk nice to everybody.
This is true. This is true.
I do think that there's like obviously like a line. It's just something about bullying. It's like you learn how to. I think it forces you. And not saying like some kids like really commit suicide from bullying, which is just so crazy to me and so sad. But I think like teaching your kids how to navigate those situations is so important beyond just like that moment in time for them, because those are traits that you develop, like standing up for yourself and things like
Hmm.
that when it comes to bullying, those are traits that you develop and you have to take into the real world. Like even into your workplace, like you really got to stand up for yourselves, yourself in different ways. So I just think it's hilarious that you say that, because there is some things like that I got bullied. I got bullied in the first grade.
Yeah.
And I ain't never get bullied again. I ain't
I
never
will
get
say there
bullied
were
again.
attempts at bullying to me, but it was just certain stuff I wasn't going for. So we want
Yes.
to bully, we're going to disrespect each other. How does that sound to you?
Listen,
Once I found my power, that one moment, I said, "Oh yeah, no. I ain't going back. I
Yeah.
ain't going
look,
back."
I think I've experienced my fair share of bullying too, y'all. Like, I feel like I experienced it in like elementary school, and then in high school was like a different level. I wasn't bullied, but I feel like in high school there was like different levels when it came to like bullying. I don't know if you guys had this in New York, but we had something called like superlatives. Like, you know how they have superlatives like in the yearbook and stuff like that. But
Where
our
are you from? I'm
classes,
sorry.
I'm from Miami.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm from South Florida.
Okay, Dade County. All right.
305.
She's a city girl.
But we had these superlatives that like the yearbook came out, but then people created their own versions. And if you know what I'm like trying to hint at, it was like off the wall type things, like talked about
What is it, like
girls doing
the Mean Girls book?
Yes, it was like a
A
burn
burn
book.
book.
But it was a flyer, and they would post it everywhere in the high school. Like everyone's seen it. Like this person stole their clothes from here. This person's sleeping with this person. Like it was that type of superlatives. Like they went next level. It was really bad. It was horrible. So,
So what, they
but I
bullied
feel
you
like this
in the most?
generation can't handle it the way we could. I say all that to say, I feel like bullying for us back then, it was more or less like character building. I think now kids see it as my world is ending because they're posting this. And it's like, you got so much life ahead of you. Like the people that used to bully me back then are probably trying to beg to be my friend now. Like that,
No,
like
1,000%. But also it's different because they're taking it home with them in their cell phones. I didn't
Yeah.
have that. Once I left school, I was like, "Ooh, I got peace of mind." Now they're taking it back with their cell phones and stuff like that. And that's why I said when I have kids, I don't play that. I give me that phone. I want to see what's in your phone. I want to see what's in the phone. I want to see what people sending you, what y'all talking about. I'm gonna be that mom. Helicopter on 10.
same.
That's just common sense parenting to me. I don't think you should let a kid have a cell phone and you not check it. Be all types of stuff in there. You got to protect your kids from the world.
This
No,
is
for
true.
real.
This is true.
The world is at their hands so much more now with these cell phones. It's crazy. It's scary. It's scary, from suicide, how to commit suicide, to how to hurt other kids. Like all that stuff is in the palm of their hands now, which we did not have access to unless you was going to the library to use a public computer. And at that point, you was scared because you knew they could find whatever you were looking for on their computers in the history. Like it was just it's a different ball game. But yeah, it was definitely productive back in the day.
Yeah, I don't
It
think
helped
my
me build character.
I don't think my kids are getting a cell phone. And I seen a creator post on the internet, and she was saying, well, when I have kids, she was saying that she went and got landlines. She's like, we're getting rid of the phones. We're getting landlines. And I was thinking, I was like, I remember having a landline and having to hide to go on the phone and talk late at night to my friends. Like, I miss that. The kids need to experience that. They don't need the phones, in my opinion, right now. Like at a certain age, yes, but like kids are in elementary school and like 6th grade and younger with phones. Like older, I could understand, but like, what are you doing in elementary school with an iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Yeah.
Like, what do you need it for?
Yo,
I had a friend tell me recently she went through her daughter's phone and saw she was in like a group chat for like baddies like on the Zeus network. It's like, why is my child watching this? You don't even fight. Like, what are you doing in here? She took the phone away. So
Oh my
yeah, you gotta
God.
check them phones.
no,
Because you may be
literally.
raising your kids right, but then the kids they meet at school, it's no telling what they coming from. And then they bring that with them and corrupt your child. No.
Heavy on the corrupt your child for sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's why you gotta get ahead of the curve and teach your kids everything at home. I feel like these days sometimes parents are afraid to tell them their kids things, and they're already learning it from their friends. I feel like the worst things that I've ever learned were from like people that were my friends or peers in school. Like you gotta teach your kids and get ahead of it.
Yeah.
On this podcast, we always love to sort of like talk about elevating and like self-help and what that looks like. So I have a couple of questions for you guys, and I would love to know, it's kind of like a this or that game. Which this or that would you select? So in terms of like reflecting on authenticity and sort of like elevation, if you had to pick between being the lesson or learning the lesson, which one would you pick?
Being the lesson or learning the lesson? What does being the lesson mean?
So being the lesson is kind of like going through something and then like publicly talking about it, or like, learning the lesson from somebody else's experience and like hearing them talk about it.
Ooh,
Okay.
this is good.
I have an interesting answer to this. I call this like one of life's uncomfortable truths, for me at least. I hate to say this, but I have learned way more from the lessons that I learned the hard way than the stuff I learned the easy way. And like, yes, avoid certain mistakes as much as you can, but I would be lying if I said I didn't get anything from those bad experiences. So I don't mind being the lesson within reason, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Ty's stance on this too. I feel like it's a lot different when you feel it. Like, yeah, you can be a empath and feel other people's feelings if they've gone through something that was like, ooh, oh my gosh, girl, I feel like I was going through that with you, or vice versa. But when you are the example and you're the person that went through it, you just feel it way more. And you learn to not repeat it, or you've experienced it. So you're just like, okay, been there, done that, let's shift. But I think it's one thing to learn the lesson, and I think it's even bigger when you're able to share it publicly, because it just shows transparency and that you want other people to also gain something from something that you learned. So I would definitely say I'd like to be the lesson. Not all the time, but I'd like
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
But some stuff
I
is
ain't
just
gonna lie,
unavoidable.
we some hard-headed people on this episode, because I think we all want to be the lesson versus learning the
Yeah.
lesson from somebody else's experience.
Yeah.
You know what it is for me? It's really about like, I am so critical of everybody's perspective, not because I think that I'm smarter than people, but because I just think critically, where somebody's like, yeah, no, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, it didn't work for you, but I'm going to go try it out. So it's not necessarily, it's like, if somebody tell me the stove is hot, I got to go see if the stove is hot myself, because I wasn't there to be able to tell, and I didn't touch it. So I need to be the one to go touch it. So it's not necessarily for me about like learning the lessons. It's more so about like, everybody's experience is different in my eyes, and how they perceive something could be very different from me. So I would prefer to be the lesson and try said thing myself.
I love
Yeah.
that. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. We all want to learn a hard lesson over here, clearly. Wait, I think I got one for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather be a public failure or a private comeback? Which this
private
or that would you
comeback
do?
me for sure.
I would rather
I'm
be a
scared.
private comeback.
Yeah.
Because that's like, is a success for me or is it for you? You know? So a private comeback, like, I'm doing this for me. Like, I don't need y'all to see that. And then also, failing publicly, people don't let you live that down. They want to bring it up every chance they get. It could be 25 years later. They still want to bring up the time when you knocked the juice over at the lunch table. Like, girl, leave me alone.
Yeah,
1,000%.
I feel like I would want to do, okay, so I would twofold. I would want to be a private comeback, but I would love to
Publicly fail?
Yeah, but here's my thoughts, right? Let's take like perfect example, social media, a Risa Tisa situation, right? She went on the internet and told her traumatic story on the internet, which a lot of people have been like, dang girl, why are you telling us all of this information? Which is her, for lack of a better word, publicly failing in relationships and what happened. But she gained so much from that. So I feel like sometimes public failures can also catapult you to opportunities that you may not even realize in the landscape of like social media. I feel like a lot of times people are sharing things that are like their worst moments ever and getting brand deals off of it, or getting like things to help them in that aspect. So I feel like it depends. I feel like in certain aspects, publicly failing but sharing it with your community to be transparent to help people, I'm okay with. What do you guys think?
You know what? I think it's a very like gray area for me, because especially when it comes to like social media and sharing your business on social media, it is interesting to see how low people are willing to go about their business to have their Risa Tisa moment.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is
like
true.
There be some things that people say online where I'm like, you couldn't waterboard that out of me. No way. Like, and we need to go back to that era where it's like certain things, I don't know if you really want to tell that story online. Like, I don't know if anybody really needs to know that, because where's really the motivation in that? You get what I'm saying? Like the Risa Tisa moment, it was like, Okay, like you probably learned from her, like you should probably see red flags as red flags and not Six Flags. We don't need to know that you
That was
had
funny.
diarrhea on
Not
yourself
Six
in the
Flags.
car. You get what I'm saying? Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also with the Risa Tisa situation, there was like other elements at play because one, that story was embarrassing and there were a lot of things that she missed. But with Risa, one, she's a likable person, and two,
Mhm.
she's an excellent storyteller. Like she really has a skill with that. I think she should be doing voiceover work. She should be doing narrations. And I feel like that was what kept up. That's what kept me engaged. I just
Yeah.
like listening to her talk. You had an interesting story to tell, and you told it very well. So some people just embarrass themselves just for the sake of embarrassing themselves. Like everybody's not a Risa Tisa.
This is true.
Okay,
This is true.
1,000%.
and shout out to
Okay.
Risa because she's still out here working. So
Is she? I was gonna say where's she been?
she her story's being adapted into like a TV series for Netflix, I believe. The woman who played Kelly from Insecure is going to play Risa, so like that's happening. She has like a ton of brand deals. She travels a lot. She's actually contemplating if she should quit her job because like it's just becoming too much to juggle. So
Mm-hmm.
hey, she get into
Mm-hmm.
the bag.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We love that.
Shout out to her for really contemplating that because going 100% digital is very hard. Like
Mhm.
pouring your entire life or putting your entire life in the hands of, you know, the digital industry and like content creator industry is very scary to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure, you know, we us three can talk about that for hours.
Sure
However, I have
can.
Listen.
another one for you guys. Would you pick between romanticizing your life or keeping it real?
Keeping it real.
Keep it real, Amanda. Keep it real. I could tell you over there pondering.
Wait, what do you mean by romanticizing though? Like for the
I mean, think
internet?
about how you think about, I mean, it just in general, like think about how you know, project your life, whether it's on social media or to other people. Are you like a romanticize your life kind of person or are you like a keep it
So
real person? I tether
s-
the line. It's hard for me.
no, I was
On Mondays I do the one and on Fridays I do the other.
same because I was gonna say because it kind of double backs to the last part we were talking about with like the public stuff. It's like on the internet, like my private life is my private life, but I'm keeping it real with my friends, and my friends are keeping it real with me. You know what I mean? So I feel like it depends on what it is I'm keeping it real about. But like as it relates to like family and like loved ones and things that are intimate to me, like I'm not really sharing that. You know what I mean? I'm being
Yeah.
private about that online, but I'm keeping it real about everything else. Like if I'm going to a restaurant, I didn't like something, I'm gonna say I don't like something. If I go somewhere and I experience something and I like it, I'll say I like it. So I am keeping it real with the things I feel like that matter to me that I want to share online, and then
Mhm.
just in general keeping it real. Period, like in life, off the internet.
Yeah, definitely have discernment. Like I don't put every single thing on the internet. I think that some things are like for the group chat, some things are for the timeline. Because the way me and my friends talk when we're just amongst each other, it may
You'd be
not
canceled.
translate well to the internet. You might get canceled. So you gotta, some self awareness could take you very far. But I'm never going to come online and just fake it either. Because I feel like if you're just being real, when the highlights do come, the highlights feel that much more impactful because you're not pretending. Like I really worked my way up to this point. So
Mhm.
yeah, like I
Have
have
you
good days and bad days, just like everybody else. That's
Right.
life.
right. Have you sat down, Ty, and like really reflected on starting as an intern at BT to now where you are?
Yeah. So it's funny. People like will say stuff like, "Oh my God, Tyreek, you should go to school for journalism. You should work at this place. You should do that. You should consider this." And I'm like, "Child, y'all be suggesting stuff that I did 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago." Like I don't get online and like brag about my resume and stuff like that because I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it does feel good that y'all are seeing the effort without knowing that it's there. It's kind of
Yeah.
reaffirming in a way.
And I will say, I love hearing stuff like that because a lot of people, I feel like, get on the internet, open their phones, and start recording. But listen, y'all could call me old school or whatever it is you want to say. I love hearing stories about like us three on here going to school for communications, going to school for journalism. Like we went to school for this. We didn't just open our
Hmm.
phone, which is why to a certain extent we have media training, and we don't just get on
Yes.
the internet. And I think that goes a long way. I think people don't realize like you need that sometimes. Like you can't just live here just and go off the wall all the time. Like you need a little like Ty said, decorum, or you need like a little, self-awareness before you just like pop the camera open. And I feel like that's some of the stuff that school does teach you, but it doesn't at the same time. But like, I love hearing stuff like that.
I know, like in my experience, I can always tell the difference every time. Like I can tell, oh, you got some type of background over there versus the person who's like just winging it. And no shade to them at
1,000%.
all. Do what works for you, but I can always tell the person. Like there's like just a discipline there that stands out, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
A
Absolutely.
1,000%. Are there ever times where you guys are like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do this thing anymore, and like, or like dark times where you're like, damn, like this just isn't the pieces aren't falling on the board the way I expected them to, and like, how do you navigate through that and like push through those sort of moments?
Ooh.
For me, I've noticed the pieces may not fall where you want them to fall, but the pieces do fall. I look at it like a giant puzzle. You gotta put it together yourself, and your
Mhm.
image may be different from the next person's. But like once you find out what works for you, there really is no limit to what you can't do at all. And then like when you see the stuff work in real time, the motivation you get can't even be described. Like putting your mind to something and accomplishing it by yourself, no words. So I don't get discouraged. Like it's not always
Yeah.
a walk in the park, but I don't get discouraged. Also, a little exclusive. I quit my job back in May, so I'm like a full-time content creator now. So I ain't got no choice but to make it work. So
Congratulations on your entrepreneur
Congratulations.
journey.
thank you, thank you, thank
Yes.
you. I'm nervous about these taxes, but it is what it is.
No, you're fine. Get you a good CPA.
That's all you need.
And you gonna be all right. Yeah, you gonna
Mhm.
be all right. Matter of fact, I'll send you one that I'm working with.
Please and thank you.
Send
I'll
it to
send you a
me too.
recommendation.
I need
Yeah, I'm gonna
one
send it
too.
to you. Cause I know you get money from TikTok at least.
TikTok, Facebook, brand the Facebook check. That's the real money over there on Facebook. So
Can we
yeah.
talk about
I
it? I
keep
didn't
hearing
know
that.
that.
Yes. Facebook doesn't like explain how their monetization works.
Uh
All I
huh.
know is I make more money from Facebook than I do from TikTok right now. Like they
Wow.
have all of the money. There's people like making 20 and 30K a month on Facebook.
Wait, wait, wait,
But
wait, wait, wait,
is
wait,
this
wait,
like a
wait. Back it up. Back
page?
it up.
Like how wait, break this break this down to us.
Break this down.
All right. So I originally had my Instagram stuff cross posting to Facebook, and
Mhm.
then around April, I just get an email from Meta like, welcome to the Creator Rewards Bonus Program. And I'm like, okay. Like, they just gave me like a little $500 every month. But then, like, the number kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And, like, a little bit into my business. So far this month, I've made like, I think 2,700 on Facebook alone. And the month isn't even
Nice.
over.
Thank you for
So,
that transparency and congratulations on that. That's
yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. So is this like a Facebook page, not your because you know how Facebook you have like your friends and family page, it's just like your whatever
Mm-hmm.
page. But this is like a page one, right? Like a pages, I think they're called.
Yeah, they told
Okay.
me to like make a page to act as a companion for my Instagram. So it's like the Tyreek Told You fan page kind of thing. And like all my stuff goes through there and I get paid for it. And they pay you for everything like your regular
Amanda and
posts, your
I finna shut
pictures.
this laptop so hard and get on Facebook,
Y'all better
Meta.
clip
Listen,
this up and start
no,
posting on
but
Facebook.
it's crazy. I have one and I didn't realize that people were getting paid. You already have one too. When you have an Instagram and you have a business page, you have to create a
Yeah,
Facebook. So we all have one.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's
I didn't
money
know
over
that.
there.
Listen, you know where else there's money? There's money in Snapchat. So we need to be snapping every day.
Yes.
I hear a lot of people are making money on Snapchat, and I'm glad Snapchat is back because I loved Snapchat. Like I was a Snapchat girly. I loved
Well,
it.
okay. Here, I'm telling y'all, I'm so critical. I feel a couple of things. I feel like A, once you join those programs, they all stunt your view intentionally so that they don't pay you. B, I also feel like a lot of times I feel like a bunch of content creators are paid actors to say that they're making money on these platforms but are not really making money on these platforms but are just saying it. Maybe they're paid like under the table by the platform just to encourage people to get on the platform and keep striving to make money. But I'm
Hmm.
just like I'm such a conspiracist with things in general, so I'm like, are you really making money or are you just telling me that so I could get on this app and drive myself crazy to try to make money?
That's how I
But you're
feel about
saying you make
TikTok.
money. Right.
Well, TikTok, you make a lot of money on TikTok. The Creator Rewards Program, it's not paying like it did last year, but like there's 12 different monetization programs on TikTok. TikTok Live, I'm not exaggerating. There's people making six figures a month going live on TikTok.
Cause they're like
They
it's
have,
like a streaming. Like people are on there like
yeah,
all
or like
day.
Switch or something. And
Yeah.
people like just send gifts and those gifts translate into money.
Wait, how much
Before
did you
my
say, Ty? How much you said? 6
Well,
figures?
there's people making six figures a month. I haven't gotten that high yet, but I do know I was live streaming Flavor of Love on TikTok, and I was like making $200 a day from that. So
Wow.
Not bad. And then
yeah,
you probably could repost that same content on Facebook.
yeah, yeah. So like
Smart.
these
Smart.
platforms give out money like Halloween candy. You just gotta come with your bucket and fill your little bucket up. So
Okay, wait. So if you had to put it from like most to least in terms of
hmm
what platforms are giving you the most money between Facebook, do you do YouTube? Because YouTube Shorts, I heard you can make money.
I have a YouTube, but I'm not as consistent with it. YouTube is like the final boss of social media to me. YouTube requires a whole lot of work, but the reward is way bigger. Like YouTube pays the most out of everybody,
So
but you really
give
gotta
it to
earn
us.
that
Like
money.
put it in like most to least amount of money in terms of platforms you personally experience on, like who gives, or what platform you make the most money on.
I'll probably still make more money on TikTok because I'm in so many different monetization programs with them. Like they're doing this thing called post contests where they'll give you like a theme to post around and you can win like up to $5,000 for it. So last month it was astronomy and I started like a whole astronomy series on TikTok where I'm just like roasting the planets. I won $2,000 from that. Mind you, I came in fourth place. The top three people were all like astrophysicists. They had PhDs in physics and math. So losing to
Wow.
them, I'm okay with that. So
Right.
Wow.
yeah, I'm like in a history one right now. I'm in like a science one right now, so I get money from that. The Creator Rewards program on a bad month, I could like make 2,000 from that.
And this, okay,
So
so this, I was going to ask you that. So it's in the creator rewards that they give you these different, I guess, topics and things that you could talk about to get money from
no,
that
that's
specifically.
the post contest. That's a different monetization program.
Got
The
it.
Creator Rewards program is like where you just get paid to post videos. You get paid for your views. And there's TikTok Live. That's a different program. They have this new
Mhm.
one called TikTok One, where like you'll get commissions for reviewing restaurants and hotels and stuff. They have something else called TikTok Classroom or something. There's like a whole bunch of stuff they have. Like if you like
Sheesh.
just go into that app and like explore it a little bit, you can make you some money through TikTok.
Okay, so you say
Wow.
TikTok, right? That's your number one.
Yeah, I think Facebook is going to replace them though in like the next couple months. But
Okay,
those are like
so
my two
Facebook,
main
TikTok.
ones. And then like I get brand deals and stuff too. That's something different. I'm trying to monetize my YouTube, but I'm just not consistent on it enough. And then like I've been doing Snapchat here and there, but I just can't get back into Snapchat like I was before. But once I
Yeah.
clear my head and like really take this stuff seriously, I can make more money than I'm making right now. So
Yeah.
Honey, you better get to it. You full-time
yeah,
creator now.
That's right.
all I have is time, right?
All you got is time. All
And
you
you
got is time.
And you are also like, I love that you're saying this to everyone that's listening to the podcast. I'm sure you guys are feeling inspired like we are. Like literally, I love to hear that you're making all these coins on all these different apps. So it's possible, it can happen. Tyreek told you literally that it can happen.
Hello.
But I love that
But
you're
wait,
just being transparent about this because like people need to know like there's real money out here to be made as a content creator. You just have to keep being consistent.
Yeah.
That's
wait,
it.
And
so
also,
tell me again. So you said Facebook and then TikTok and then what? What would you say is in third place?
well, for me, those are like my only two monetized platforms. My other money comes
Mhm.
from like brand deals and like just outside stuff. But from what I've heard, YouTube is like above everybody,
Mm.
and then Facebook, and then TikTok, and then Snapchat, depending on like how big your following is. Because to get monetized on Snapchat, you need 50,000 followers.
Mhm.
So like if I really promoted my Snapchat, I could get that monetized too. It's just like,
Yeah,
what am I
why
going to
not?
post on Snapchat that I'm not already posting everywhere else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ciao.
But I'll
As
figure it out.
soon as we done filming this, I'm gonna go get on my Zoom. Every time I talk to a social media creator, I'm like, oh my God, let me get on my Zoom, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this though, don't rely on those platforms 'cause they will change their rules at like the snap of a finger. I will say once you build your platform, start trying to like really sell stuff, be it some merch, maybe like put together like a little like a party or something. Like get active in your city and really make you some money because it's out there. And if people fuck with you, they're going to spend that money. So,
Mhm.
I love
Mhm.
yeah.
that.
Agreed.
I'm
Agreed.
designing some t-shirts right now. So
Good for
Latai, well,
you.
send us some shirts so we can have them on the
I
podcast.
absolutely will.
We would love that. And honestly, this was such a refreshing conversation. And I love that you are our first male guest host on our podcast. Congratulations on everything that you are working on and everything that you have going on. We support you. Listen, this is our former BET intern, BET work community that that we all, mutually share. But yeah, I really think that this was really dope and very, very, very inspiring. So thank you for joining us today. This was amazing.
Thank you. And I'm really proud of both of you. Again, starting at BET, you both got your own platforms now. You're hosting me, for crying out loud. So hey, keep doing what y'all been doing too.
Thank you,
Seriously.
Ty.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it. And whenever you want to come back on Elevators, feel free to. If you got like an unfiltered conversation you want to have with us, join us. We'd love to have you. We love your perspective on things and we love how authentic you are. So, yeah, like Amanda said, thank you for joining us. And listen, make sure you guys follow Ty on every social platform possible. You heard my man. He is 100% a content creator now. So make sure you go over, you support him, you send gifts, you like, comment, repost, all that good stuff on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at TyreakToldYou. Okay.
Yes, and
Just
if you
Google Tyreek Told You and click every link and follow. I'm at like 199K on Instagram. I'm gonna hit 200 by today, hopefully. So maybe you could be that 200,000th person. I don't know.
And if this episode touched you in any way or you liked anything about this show, make sure that you share it with anybody. That's how the podcast continues to be discovered on all platforms. And always, we love and appreciate you guys for the support, comments, likes, reshares, reposts, and all that. And until next time, thank you for joining us here on Elevators. Bye, y'all.
Had a lot of fun here, y'all.
We had fun with you too.